Because I reckon at this point, with the damage I have on the board, I have mate in 2.
No, you won last turn. Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 in order to cast another Improbable Alliance. I end.
I see. Okay. Oh, please give me the Questing Beast. Damn it, that wasn't it. Okay. So, looks like, in my case, the best move I have right now is to pay 1. So, Ginger Brute now cannot be blocked except creatures that have haste, which, again, Merfolk Secret Keeper does not have haste. Just an ETB ability. And I'm going to declare 7 damage. No. Yes, 7 damage. One with Ginger Brew and 6 in the air.
Okay. I will take all 7 of that.
Okay. And then main phase 2, or some might call the post-combat main phase. I'm going to pay 2 for a Hushbringer.
Okay.
So now if you play another Merfolk Secret Key... Oh, wait, no, that's right, because that's a sorcery ability, which means Hushbringer actually has no effect on that.
Right.
Huh. All right, I'll end my turn.
Okay, then. I can't believe I got this fucking mana screwed.
Damn, dude. So you opened with 2 lands, but then you did not draw any lands in the turns thereafter.
Yeah,
huh?
I was supposed to hit myself with that Venture Deeper.
I see. Oh, Flashback? I don't remember seeing Flashback in Throne of Eldraine.
No, it's the last 4 cards that I've drawn are all effectively unplayable because I don't have a third mana source. With a third mana source right now, I would have at least 1 fairy token out and would be able to survive probably another couple of turns actually. But with what I've got, I have been dead for 4 turns.
Damn, dude.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 and tap my egg in order to gain 3 life.
Eating the food. Now I want to see if I will just so happen to draw a card that will help me lock this up right now. That is not the case. However, I can pay 4. And I'm going to cast True Love's Kiss to exile target Improbable Alliance, an enchantment card.
And you draw a card.
And I draw a card. The card I drew was a land. And it's the Castle Ardenval Vale, which enters the battlefield untapped because I control a plains.
Yep.
Do I have any other abilities? Yes, I do. I can actually use that Castle Ardenvale for its mana to cast the Giant Killer.
Ooh.
It's a peasant.
Oh,
Jack and the Beanstalk's dead.
I was supposed to discard at my end of turn. My bad.
Oh my god. Okay. And then, because I tied up my fucking Ginger Brew again, I can't kill you this turn, but I can fly into you for a total of 7.
And you gain 1. I'm down to 2.
And I gain 1 life point. Okay. It is your turn.
Okay. I finally got the land that I was looking for. I'm gonna spend 3 in order to cast Haggle.
Ooh. You may discard a card.
I'm gonna discard.
You draw a card.
I'm gonna discard my Raging Redcap in order to draw a card. You go into exile. Improbable Alliance triggers. Bring me a fairy token.
Oh, right. You drew a second card. If only you had the second Improbable Alliance, then you could have gotten another fairy token.
Yes. Alright, and with that, I will end.
Alright, and as of now, I can declare victory. Drawing a card. I am going to send my Ardenval Tactician for 2 on an adventure. When I send the Ardenval Tactician on the adventure, for the Dizzying Swoop, I'm going to tap both of your creatures. Boom. And now Ardenval Tactician is on an adventure. And because he's on an adventure, and I have the mana to do it, I can cast him from exile.
Yep.
By paying 3. All right. Now the Ginger Brute is now unblocked. The cookie jar is broken. And we're out of chocolate chips. Be gone with you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. And you gain 1.
And I gain 1.
Good game, Mr. Cloud.
Good game, Mr. Gerdat. I think we're gonna need another game after that.
Yeah, I haven't really been able to show off what my deck is actually trying to do aside from the OTK with Iron Crag. So,
all right, now for this time, for the love of Jeebus, can you please pick a hand that actually functions?
This has got most of the stuff that I need for it. I just doesn't have my bigger payoffs. So,
I have to mulligan this hand.
okay.
Honestly, I should have mulliganed the hand I started with last time. Okay, I'll keep this hand.
All right. I'm gonna open with a Fabled Passage. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack it for a mountain, and I will end.
Fabled Passage. It's a more powerful Evolving Wilds. It's the little things, the little improvements. You know what? I also am going to open with a Fabled Passage.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm going to tap it. I'm going to sacrifice it. I'm going to search my library for basic planes. I'm going to put it on the battlefield tap because I do not control 4 or more lands.
Okay then. Ooh, not what I wanted, but okay. I'm gonna put down an island. Yeah, with that I'm gonna end.
Nice. Okay, slow but steady wins the race. I'm going to play a plains. I'm going to tap 2. Hushbringer.
Okay. All right. During your end step, I'm gonna spend 2 in order to cast the Fairy Vandal.
Oh boy, it's a creature with flash, and it's a creature with flying. Ooh.
Are you
This
good?
ready to get some muscle. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, I'm going to put down a mountain, and then I'm going to cast Haggle.
Hush, little Vandal, don't draw a card. You're going to make my victory hard.
Going to discard my Overwhelming Apprentice to draw. Because I drew a second card, my Fairy Vandal gains a 1/1 counter.
I guess nobody told the Overwhelmed Apprentice about Wingardium Leviosa.
All right. I'm going to swing at you for 2 in the air.
Oof. Yeah, and it's got 3 toughness, which means if I block it with the Hushbringer, all it's going to do is kill my Hushbringer. Okay. I have to accept 2 damage.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
And, yeah, I will end.
Uh-huh. My turn. What do I do now, I think? Yeah, I'm going to put down a forest, and then I'm going to pay 3 to cast the Garrison Griffin.
Okay.
But I don't have any knights on the board right now. See, like, that was one of my considerations. Swinging in you for 1 in the air.
Take 1, you gain 1.
To tie the game. I suspected that there were going to be some complementary cards missing from this isolated set exploration because the adventure keyword is found in more than just this one set. In addition, that they probably intended some synergies with other sets, particularly on the basis of cards that fit the descriptions to meet conditions to activate abilities like Garrison Griffin, for example. Albeit there are a lot of knights in this set. I didn't concentrate on knights for this build.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 4 in order to cast the Embarrassed Skyblazer.
Huh. Embereth.
Yes.
As long as it's your turn, it has flying. But as long as it's not your turn, it doesn't have flying.
Indeed.
Huh.
So, I'm going to swing at you for 2 in the air.
2 in the air, huh? And if I block it, then my Griffin dies. So I have to accept the damage.
Okay, then. And I will end.
Okay, so now that it's not your turn anymore, he does not have flying.
Indeed.
Your Skyblazer, okay. I will put down. I'm gonna put down a forest.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Bring Back for 4.
Ooh.
I'm gonna send my Occam Rager on an adventure.
Okay.
And when I do, I create 2 1/1 white humans.
Okay.
All right, time to feed the chickens. Now the Occam Ranger is on an adventure. And then I can go into combat and I can fly into you for 3.
Yep. I'll take 3.
And then I gain a life point. Awesome. I'm going to end my turn now.
Okay. Ooh. All right. I am gonna put down Castle Vantress.
Oh, the castle.
All right. So next, I'm gonna spend 3 in order to cast the Royal Scions.
Oh, there they are.
And
Nice.
I'm gonna push one of their +1 abilities in order to draw a card, then discard. Discard an island because I drew a second card this turn. Of Fairy Vandal gains a 1/1 counter.
Excellent.
All right, and you know what? Yeah, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna swing out, and then I'm going to use Embereth Skyblazer's effect, paying 2. So now my Fairy Vandal and Embereth Skyblazer both gain +1 +1/+0 till end of turn.
Right, because 1 is the number of opponents you have.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Very
it
nice.
is 5 9 in the air.
Damn, dude. Okay. So you just took out half my life points in just that one attack.
All right, and I will end.
Okay. Yoink. Somebody's opening strong.
I mean, we're both leaning pretty heavily on the Flyers packages, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know. Is this what Magic the Gathering explorations have come to at Rocker Rabbit Commentaries? Whose turn is it to die of white weenies? Let's. I know I have something here. It's not nothing. It's definitely something. I'm gonna pay 1. No, maybe I can't do both of those. Okay, so I am gonna pay 1. I'm gonna cast a Fairy Godmother.
Okay.
It's a play on the word Fairy Godmother. 1/1 with flying, but that's not all. I also can fly into you for a total of 3 and attack you on the ground for an additional 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I take 3. I take 5, and you gain 1.
I gain 1. I have double-digit life points now. And then I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put down Fabled Passage, and then I'm gonna crack it for. I'm gonna crack it for an island.
And the island that you get enters a battlefield on tap because you control 4 or more lands.
Okay. Nice. I think then what I'm gonna do, if I recall correctly, you actually have a thing on you, right?
I might.
I'm trying to actually read my Merchant of the Veil. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to spend 3 in order to cast my Merchant from the Veil. Is that okay?
He's back from his adventure, and he has a story to tell.
Yes. Okay. Next, I'm going to spend 3 in order to use Merchant of the Veil's ability. I'm going to draw a card and discard. Discard then draw.
Discard and then draw. They wrote the actions in that order for a reason, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So because I drew my second card this turn, Fairy Vandal gains a 1/1 counter, and then
he's Superman.
and then I am going to +1 my Royal Scions. And I am going to give my Fairy Vandal +2/+0 first strike and trample.
All right.
Yeah, and with that, I'm going to swing with my Fairy Vandal, who is swinging at you for 6.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Ooh, all right.
You're being interrupted. Go back to your start of combat.
Start of combat.
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast a Dizzying Swoop with instant speed to send my Ardenvile Tactician on an adventure.
Okay.
Tap up to 2 target creatures you control. Your Vandal and your Embereth Skyblazer are now tapped.
Okay.
And Ardenvile Tactician is now on an adventure with his buddy, the Oakham Ranger.
All right. With that, I'll go
Don
into my
Quixote
post-combat main
Sancho
phase. And, yeah, I'll end.
All right.